Okay, hello everyone. Can you just confirm if you can hear me and see me? Because that's the perpetual question for online meetings and webinars and live streams. So, yeah, just let me know. Cool. So, yeah, hi Salim. Hi Donald. Okay, 5:30 a.m. So, pretty early morning. Thanks for joining in. Hi Asif. Cool. Hi Sandeep. Good to have you here as well. Awesome. Cool. Anybody notice anything different? Hi Ashraf. Is that how I pronounce it? Hi Jivitesh, welcome back. Cool. What different do you notice, Salim? I look different. So yeah, I broke my glasses the previous one if you watch the previous streams, and these are my backup glasses which are already like yeah. Yeah, clean. Yeah. Hi Shunya Academy. Hi Abhishek. Hi Ala. Welcome back. Hi Soham. Where are you guys joining from? Hi Donald. Again. I think you. What country are you from? Like 5:30 a.m. I think somewhere near United States. Cool. South Africa 11 a.m. Sangli. Awesome. Ashraf is from Tunisia. Awesome. Cool. So it's 2:32. Let's see, where is Notion? Okay, let's move this here. That's good. Awesome. Joining from West Africa, Ghana. Awesome. Asif is from Saudi Arabia. Cool. Hadil from Libya. Awesome. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining in. Donald from Dominica, Caribbean. Okay, awesome. So yeah, people from all over the world. So Jivitesh asks, can I get episode 7 link? Yeah, just go to the channel, go to the live tab, and you can see all the videos there. Hi Shweta, welcome back. Hi Robbie, how are you doing? Kenneth, welcome back. Good to have you. Hi Vikas. Awesome. Good to have you everyone on the call. Not the call, so live stream. So yeah, I will be looking at the chat. So this is the chat right on my second monitor. And this is the laptop which I'll be working on. And so let's switch to my screen and please confirm if you can see my screen. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, this released I think last week. Buildwithhussain.dev. You can find links to all the episodes here. Buildwithhussain.dev. So those who subscribed, I sent an email. Can you confirm if anybody of you got the email? So currently I'm sending them manually, but we'll automate them. Yep. So you can have some goodies that I have linked to in Frappeverse. You can check the schedule. So this is the current one that we are in right now. Then these are the 3 upcoming ones. So I scheduled 4 at once. So episode 9 is build a SaaS with Stripe payments and Teams. 10th will be like online doctor appointment, and then online booking web app with Frappe UI. So it will be a nice UI. People can select seats and book. Hi Bronze, welcome back. Yeah, I was looking for you. So I saw Salim and then where is Bronze? So here is Bronze. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so if you haven't yet, like just go and put in your email, put in your first name, and you will be notified on the day of the stream whenever, or something new as well. So yep, that's a good way to stay notified. Then also hit subscribe in YouTube if you haven't. Yeah, if you are like first time here, hit subscribe. Let's hit 500 by the end of the week. So that's my goal for subscriptions at least. So yeah, what are we going to do today, right? So we are going to build a mobile app which will be backed by Frappe. So the backend will be Frappe and the front end will be React Native plus Expo. Expo is basically a framework that wraps React Native and makes it easier to do some stuff. But yeah, let's start. Before that, if you don't have like a Frappe site and you want to follow along, because this won't require any app development in the backend. You just create a Frappe site and do some configuration, it will start working. So we'll do that right now. So what the goal is today is I want to build an app that will basically use the CMS website that we had. Awesome, 49 subscriptions, will hit 50 soon. So yeah, so I want this information in my mobile app, and I want to be able to create a new stream. So we have if you recall from episode 5, I built this CMS and everything in episode 5. So I want this information in the mobile app as well. Then what else? Yeah, we'll fetch this report card as well in the mobile app, and we will have files. We will see how to download attachments in mobile app. Awesome. So we aren't starting from scratch because that would be because it takes a lot of configuration in the authentication part. Like you have to write some boilerplate code to get stuff working and to wire things up, right? So to prevent that, to give you a baseline for building your own apps, I have created this Doppio mobile template that basically is a React Native app template which has some stuff already wired in for you. So if you check this video, I'll share this link in the chat. So yeah, Expo plus React Native. So Expo is a framework on top of React Native that makes it easy. It has some packages to handle device native, like Android, iOS native APIs that you can use in your code. Then UI Kitten. So we don't have a Frappe UI yet for React Native, even though I started that project. Let's see if it ever reaches the stage. But UI Kittens is a free UI component library that you can customize. They have a good design system. It looks good. So I have configured it with some colors from Frappe UI or Espresso design system. I'll show you how to customize those as well. So as you can see, it has components for layout, text, icon, card, list, like basic components, button, radio, because default components look very, ugly. Yeah, so this is the UI components part. And then we have React hook form. So I knew that one of the basic requirements, I tried to incorporate all the basic stuff that you will need in this template, so you can remove whatever you want, see examples of how to do certain things. And React hook form makes it easier to handle forms, right? I have given an example. So we'll clone the template and we'll explore the app itself. Then Frappe framework is the backend. How to use, I have linked it to live stream, but soon we'll figure out the documentation as well. Frappe JS SDK, this is a good one. So Frappe.js SDK by Commit Company is basically a JavaScript library that makes it easier to connect to a Frappe backend and then perform a set of, like, you can perform database operations, you can like do API calls. This all works out of the box in React Native as well, because it doesn't depend on like browser specific APIs. Frappe.js SDK. So you can run it in Node, you can run it in React Native. Although some stuff like this login with username, password, etc. doesn't work in React Native, and that's why what we need to do to get this app working, this app works using OAuth feature of Frappe, right? So let's just do one thing. So if you want to follow along, yeah, don't forget to hit star. Yeah, it's still work in progress. Do note that it may have some bugs. So please, if you start testing it out, create issues. And if you have any feature requests, do put in. So right now the state, I'll show you this, what the state is, and then we'll proceed. So I want to use this template, so you can, so this is a GitHub public template, so you can create a new repository using this template, which I'm going to do right now. Let's create. I have to give this a name, so let's call it build with Hussain mobile. Description is build with Hussain mobile app. So this most probably won't see the Play Store or whatever, because it's just for like demonstration purposes. But yeah, I will show you how to like take out an API as well. So yeah, one more thing to note, it is cross-platform, so it runs on iOS as well as Android. This template. Yep. So I have created this, so you can see generated from Doppio Mobile. So if you also clone the template, you will see this in your GitHub repository. So now this is there. Let's clone it. I will just copy this URL. Here I have my sleek terminal. I'll paste it in here, hit enter. So I'm cloning the repository basically. It's done. I will cd into this Doppio. Nope. Okay, build with Hussain mobile. Doppio was the name of the template, yeah. So let's do VS Code insiders because I don't know. Let's restart to update if it updates something. Till then, what I will do is I will do yarn to install the dependencies. So this will install all the dependencies of the app. Okay, this is up. Let's open the folder. So any of you guys have ever tried to build an app baked by Frappe or seen an app that you like? The one that comes to my mind is the employee ESS app by Bhavesh Maheshwari and team. So Nescale Solutions. They have done like a pretty good job in the UI UX as well. Okay, let's open it up. Now we have the code base here. So yeah, packages are still running. Yeah, till then let's explore the code base, right? Why waste time? So as you can see, let's close the welcome screen. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so this is time for you to try clone the template, run it. So you can run it on Android or iOS. So it doesn't need to be, yeah. Fingers are itching now. Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is like the source code of the template. So everything starts at app.js, and here is where the design system or the component library is configured. Here is the navigation and auth are configured. Some toast. So I assume like people wouldn't need toast, so I have like configured it as well. Yeah, Bronze. That's why instead of doing cookies, I know how hard it could be. So it will be much easier. I'll come to authentication in a bit, authentication piece. So it just returns an application provider. This comes from UI kittens. You just pass in the theme. So I'll tell you where the theme is coming from. Theme is coming from theme.json file. So as you can see, all the colors are configurable from here, right? So you can customize warning, danger, like much more. I've just configured the colors. You can configure border radius. So how do you go about customizing the UI? Go to UI kitten, getting started, go to design system and customize mapping, right? So you can customize a lot of stuff, all the components. So right, so I will share this as well. Maybe I will link it in. So here you can click and go. So I have linked it already here. So yeah, this stream should act kind of as a documentation as well. So I'm covering everything. So yeah, this is that. Auth provider is the provider I have written. So if you have experience with React provider context, like passing state down the children, so auth provider is providing some sort of state to its children's. And then there is a nested provider called Frappe provider. This is what makes the magic happen of connecting to the backend and calling in APIs, performing CRUD operations, and as we'll see. And then we have the navigator. So let's just run it side by side. We'll see. So to run it, I'll do npx expo run. Wait, npx expo. Oh, just expo. And now it runs something. So cool thing about expo is you can download expo go app in your mobile, scan this QR and your app will run on the mobile phone itself, and then hot reload and everything just works. So I will open it up in the iOS simulator because I have a iOS simulator already running somewhere. Yeah, here. So I will bring it in to my site so I can view the changes. And to run iOS simulator, I have just press I, and it will open this app in this simulator. Cool. It's bundling JavaScript. So for first time it takes time. Okay, import star from Axios. Axios could not be found within the directory. So there is some issue, I guess. So let's fix it. What I will do is I will add Axios here as a dependency because I think somehow I missed that dependency. Cool. So yeah, you need to know some React or React Native to build mobile apps with React Native. So yeah, it's not that hard because it's closer to web development than writing Kotlin or Swift or something, right? To build native applications. These are a lot of like React APIs, so it's almost React. But it has some components. You can't use direct HTML or div and whatnot, but React provides its own components, which are then at build time translated into their native equivalents. Cool. What we were doing? Yarn add Axios. Cool. Let's rerun this. I will hit R to rebuild the app. So bundling is complete. Awesome. So now if you see the first screen you see on this template is a login screen. So this login screen comes from, so if you go to app navigator, so this uses React navigation, which is a package that lets you handle all sorts of routing scenarios in your mobile app. So what I have is, if the user is authenticated, so this comes from the auth context. I render the auth navigator, otherwise there is a tab navigator. And what auth navigator does is it renders a login screen. So this is what we are seeing right now. So login with Frappe, right? So which instance will it log into? Because the app needs to be linked to some instance, right? Some Frappe instance. So there is a file called constants.js, and here you have to provide the base URL for the site. So first thing you do after cloning is like set the base URL. So let's change it to CMS https:// this is our Frappe site, which the mobile app will talk to. Build with Hussain .dev. Redirect URL scheme. So this is something used for redirecting after authentication. So I had set this, but let's change this to dev.build-with-Hussain.vwh. And this should match the one in app.json. So this is something you can app.json and change it here. So it's at two places. I'll replace this. Done. Now where this client ID is coming from, right? So this is where you need to configure something in your backend. So let's jump into CMS. Go to OAuth client list and create a new OAuth client. So this will be the mobile app. This is how the mobile app will perform authentication using OAuth. So let's create a new app. Name will be BWH mobile. Source scopes is fine. Redirect URI. So this I will show you how it is set up in the local host, by the way. Okay, bench is not running, but let me just bring it from new APF stand OAuth client list, and this should be the URL, the redirect URL, right? Redirect and redirect URI. Where do I get this URL, right? The redirection URL. So this is for development, and in case of production it changes. So I will show you that as well afterwards. So first what we'll do is so this is where this comes from, right? This URL. So this will be different when you run the dev server. So as soon as you run npx expo, check this URL and paste it here. Just add this part. So this is used to do some magic. I will show you that as well. Let me save it. Copy the client ID. So don't share client ID, client secret anywhere. So this is just for demonstration purposes. So client ID, you can store it here, but not the client secret. So now as you can see, this is done. So you just need to paste the base URL of your Frappe site. So in this case, this site, this is the site I want to talk to. Redirects, this will be the package name. This is fine, you can leave it as is, it's just a key. And then the client ID, which you get from Frappe after you create a new OAuth client. Is it clear till now? Any doubts? What we did? We set up a new OAuth client. Also we need to skip authorization, so they don't see a confirmation dialog before, because we are not doing anything like suspicious for now. Yeah, cool. So this is useful when you are like third-party apps are using your APIs. Look good? Clear this far? Awesome. Just open constants.js, edit it. I will add it to the docs as well. I didn't get time to write some docs because I was like making some features for today and like doing some refactorings as well. So now I go and redirect URL is basically, so this is needed for auth to work. This and redirect URL. Which you set here. So what will happen in, so I click on login with Frappe, right? So it wants to use cms to sign in. Okay. So this opened up my Frappe instance in a browser window, and after authentication it has to redirect somewhere. If you ever used with like login with Google, it redirects you to the site that requested Google login, right? This is the same thing. In this case, we are redirecting to our app. So this is how, like, the browser will know where to redirect after login with the stuff. Some authorization code it will return to the app, and then app handles after that how to log in, how to that. So how do I log in? So just log in like normal, because it's a Frappe site, right? So I will just open up Command K, the keyboard. H, okay. It's weird. Why first letter needs to be Hussain at frappe.io, if I recall correctly. Login. Awesome. We are logged in, right? So this is why you need to set up the redirect. So it redirect automatically. And if you go to the users tab, you can see the full name is fetched. There is no profile pic. So we can set it from here as well. So let's change profile pic. So I have given an example of uploading the file as well. So let's choose this image as profile image, upload it. So this will upload the image and set it. Let's see if there are no. So undefined is not a function. Here it starts. Awesome. Let's see where this error is coming from. So how do you find the code? So this, okay, I went a little ahead. Let's come back. So after you logged in, it gave you this, right? So a tabbed navigation. So this is main navigation, and then there is tab navigator, which has 3 screens: home, to do, and details. Home, to do, and details, right? So you can edit those screens as well. So home screen, to do screen. And to do screen is basically it fetches the to dos, all the to dos from the site. So currently there are no to dos. So let's go to CMS and let's really see if it is connected to our backend or not, right? So let's create a to do. Let's choose color, doesn't matter, because our description is we are live. Let's save it. Go here. I have also implemented pull to refresh. Awesome. Now it is doing like fetching our to do, right? So this is awesome. Now what we need is we can create new to do. So this is all fetched from here. We can create a to do from here as well. So let's create my to do. I will hit enter. My to do created. Now you see where the toast is used. My to do got created. If you create it from here, it adds some rich text as well. But if you create directly from here, it will strip those. So looks good. So you can process this as well. It's just a template to get you started. You can like go as far as you want. So I'll show you how this works. So to do screen, right? Let's just go to do screen. I'll close this. I'll make this smaller. And if you see, there is this. This is where you look at. We are doing getting DB from a hook. This is the custom hook I have written to make it easier to talk to Frappe backend. Use Frappe, which is imported from provider/backend. So this is like the magical stuff of setting up Frappe JS SDK happens. And then using the DB, we are fetching a list of to-dos, right? Get doc list. So how do you know what APIs are available on the DB? You open up Frappe JS docs, Frappe JS SDK, Frappe JS SDK, and you can see all the stuff that is available to you. You can do get doc, you can do get doc list, right? You can pass in filters, create a new document, update a document, delete a document, so on and so forth. And then once I have fetched it, so I am fetching by creation descending, name and description of the to do. Then I set the to dos. So to do is a list, and then I'm rendering that list here using flash list, which is a package from Shopify that makes it like very performant list. So you have 1000, 2000 list items, it will render it properly, very fast. It will render only the on-screen items, all sorts of stuff. So this was that. Let's start from scratch. We want to build something. So you have an example of a model, you have example of a form. So if you click outside, try to save it, it will show red that okay, first name is required. So this is an example of adding validations to your form. Then you can check box. So yeah, let's start by fixing this profile pic thing, because that's the first thing we encountered. So let's go to, this page is called details. I'll rename it most probably. And here is the profile image being rendered, right? So it uses the access token because picture can be private as well. So that's that. These are all pure React Native stuff. Expo React Native. So image picker. So once you click this, it launches this image picker, right? This is where this happens. Aspect ratio, quality. These are all APIs. So where do you get these APIs? You go to Expo, documentation, and you can search for like a lot of Expo SDK available here. Accelerometer, Apple authentication, async storage. This is all you can use. Audio, clipboard, right? File system, flash list. So if you see, you can, so we are going to use this to fetch attachments later in this stream. So let's go here, and if you see, there is this change profile pic button, and on press, which is like analogous to on click on Android, we are launching this. And if the user does not cancel, it means he selected an image. And then we are using the upload file, which I have written. Like there is a utility called file uploader, which basically uploads the file. You can pass in extra stuff as well. So then it also shows the progress, but let's see what the issue is here. Change profile pic. Let's select this, choose. Undefined is not a function. Cool. Let's see what's happening. Where is it coming from? Is there a console log? Is it this? Okay, this is the one. Undefined is not a function. Let's zoom out a bit and figure out. If anybody spots anything, do let me know. Undefined is not a function. Okay, axios.post. What did I do? Maybe I installed the wrong version of Axios. Package.json. Axios is 1.4.0. We are importing Axios and doing a post request. So this is how the upload works, because React, like pure, what do you say? The Frappe.js SDK's pure upload wasn't working, so I had to write my own because I needed this key. So let's do one thing. Axios, we are importing. Let's check the version which was there in Frappe.js SDK. Node modules. Frappe.js SDK. FHIG. Frappe.js SDK. Check its package.json. Axios is like, okay, peer dependency, right? So let's get, so that's why it isn't working. It uses an old version of Axios. Let's go back. Let's close this. Do yarn. So this will update the Axios dependency. I will go back. I will reload. So this is a bug, so it logs out somehow, but we'll fix it soon. So let's change the profile pic. select this. Hopefully this is fixed. Okay, it showed a loading spinner. Okay, 100% uploaded, and it will update the profile pic. Awesome. Cool. So this is what the template provides. You can create to-dos, so it shows create and read operations. If you check home screen, you have a model, sample of a model. Let's create a new to-do. Of the topic is it best to dev on Mac or Linux? I don't know, it depends. For mobile apps, I have seen Macs are better. I don't know. I might be wrong because I haven't used, because I used a Linux that was low in RAM, so I don't know. Can't comment preferences like. So iOS simulator and everything only works on Mac, so but you can do A, so I can show you. So if you hit A, it will open it up in Android emulator. So I also have that installed. So yeah, but like iOS simulator works flawlessly. So let's start building. What I will do is I will remove the, so where do you start first? App.js you don't need to touch as of now. Go to app navigator, app.navigate, main.navigator, which has tab navigator. I will remove the, so I will change the name of this screen from details to detail screen because it's user here. Yeah, user comes from here. Let's remove this tab. Let's remove to do. We don't want that. So now we only have two tabs. The first is this. So let's get rid of this boilerplate code as well. I will go to home.screen. I will remove this open model button. I will remove the form as well. The model will just keep the layout. Save it. Everything is gone. That's cool. Set is visible. This everything is not required. Styles are also not required. Form component. So I have written a form component that renders like form fields. You can check it out if you have use case for forms. So it can do all sort of checkbox text and it controls. So Frappe hook form can control it for validation and stuff. Remove it. Remove this. Let's remove style sheet. Let's remove, let's keep the button. So what do we want in the home screen, right? So let's start very simple. Let's start by fetching this stat here, this stat, right? So simplest way would be to do a frappe.db.count. So we can count how many registrations are there and display it, right? So let's do that. As I said, first we need to get the DB instance. DB equal to use Frappe, right? Now we have access to the database, like the DB instance. And now what I will do is I will write a use effect. So this will run like based on, so it will run once and then whenever the variables we provide in this array will update. So I just want to run it once. So what I will do is I'll put DB here. So whenever database instance changes, fetch it. So it won't change until unless. So how do I get the count? So let's go to Frappe.js SDK. I'm also doing it like first time. So that's why it like raw, right? Let's see if we have a API to get the count. Okay, get count. Fetch the number of documents with filters. Default is false, default is false, everything is option. Filters I don't want, I just want to do get count. Let's do db.getCount. what's our doc type? BWH registration. Awesome. And dot, I can do async event as well, but I'll use dot then. I get the count, right? For now, I'll just console log it. We'll render it later. Console log. Let's open up console. Count is 49. It auto hot reloads, so it's awesome. So 49 is cool. Does it match the backend? Yeah, because we are fetching it from the backend. No doubt about that. So let's create a state variable which can store this data. Const registration count set. Come on, Copilot. Okay, yeah. Use state 0. No, I want it to be null. And then once we fetch it, set registration count to the count that came from the backend. Awesome. Now in the layout, I want to display it as a card. So again, where do you go for UI components? UI kitten. So once we have something like this for Frappe, from Frappe. So I did start this project Frappe UI RN. Right, so it contains only batch component. Like 10 people are watching. What? Okay, these are like default for folks. Yeah, some people have shown interest in this. Let's see if I get like issues and comments in here. Okay, we want a React Native Frappe UI library, then I will do it. Traction triumphs everything, right? So yeah, for now we'll use React UI kitten. I will go to components. I will grab a card. As you can see, it shows you examples as well. So let's grab the simplest possible card, or we can do, so it has primary success. So let's grab the success card. You can go here. We need to import card, and then get the success card. This is the so status success. Okay. Card is already important. Let's do a card status equal to success card and wait. Okay, and in this card I want to render some text. Text is also a component coming from UI kittens. Let's render whatever this says. Okay, build with Hussain, but we don't want that. Instead we want, so you can control H1 will be bigger, H2 will be smaller, H3, right? So let's do H3 and do total registrations is, we can do this and do count, registration count, I guess. Cool, 49. Awesome, the data is coming. It looks horrible. Let's do P. So yeah, now it looks good. Let's remove this flex so items are in center aligned. Yep, that's better. I will style it myself. Reload the app. Unsupported configuration. What is it? Okay, P, there is nothing like P, so let's remove it. Yeah, now it's fine. So these are like error messages you need to debug, so fine. Let's add some padding. So what I have also done, I have integrated a library in this, which is called style components, which lets you write CSS instead of doing this, right? So you need to pass styles right here, which will be a JavaScript object, which is the way it works in React Native out of the box. But using this library, what you can do is you can import styled from styled component slash native, which is the React Native version. And what you can do is home screen container const home screen container can be a styled. So I can take this layout, apply some styles, and create my own component. Right? I will do so I can do padding top 20 pixels. So this is like more closer to web. Okay, what did I do? Something I'm missing. So let's check documentation. We have documentation. React Native style from style components. Okay, this is default import. Awesome. So now I will use this home screen container of the instead of this layout. And we have padding top. So let's add a padding to left and right as well. Padding left. Padding horizontal somehow we can do 0 pixel 20 pixels. Let's try something big, 100 pixels. This is not what we want. So let's do auto here and 32 pixels. Auto won't work. Fine. So what do we do? Yeah, let's do verbose one. Padding left 30 pixel, padding, so it hot reloads, right? So this is awesome. Padding right 30 pixels. Awesome. Now we have some padding. Total registrations. Let's add an H1 here. So big, something like build with Hussain dashboard or something. In the home screen container I will add a text. Category H1. Welcome to build with Hussain. Build with Hussain dashboard. Awesome. Let's do H2 or H3, H4. How low can we go? H5. That's better. Hot reload is fantastic. Yeah, it's a cool feature. Any doubts till now? What did we do? We removed the boilerplate, but we kept like the app. You don't need to touch app.js in most cases. If you are integrating some external library, for example, I integrated Toast, then you need to come here and add your stuff, but keep this auth and Frappe provider, because this gets the authentication working and this gets the use Frappe hook working. So that's that. Now 49 registrations, right? Let's add a spacer here. So spacer, no layout. I'll add a layout, but style will be, so I'll pass an inline style. If it's just a one style, then it's fine, you can pass a style. Styles margin doesn't work. Style, okay. Extra curly brackets. Margin horizontal, we want margin vertical to be 20. Awesome, good. No, every time, not every time. So I'm going to discuss one other method which will be like more what do you say, persistent in the sense, so until the user log out, it won't log him out. So in that method, what will happen is once you are done with OAuth, the user is done with OAuth, the code is here, auth.js. So here is where the authentication happens. It it gets the profile of the user and so on and so forth. But what we can do is, once the authentication is complete, we can fetch API keys instead. So as long as the API keys is there in the mobile device, we can use the secure store to securely store those. So Expo has an encrypted package for storing such secrets. The user will be logged in. So it will be just like talking from Node.js or something. But once they click logout, we clear those credentials. So that would be when you want a non-expiry kind of thing. But OAuth will expire the tokens expire. tries to auto refresh it using the refresh token, the current code, but still it remains for 2 or 3 days, I guess 3 or 4 days. We can figure out. So the other way is API keys. Let's see if we have time, we'll figure it out. Yeah, native will Bronze asked, would Tailwind able to work? So there is package called native wind, which is like Tailwind equivalent of React Native. So yeah, we can check the overview. You can see like it works almost like Tailwind. Class name, text bold. Yeah, this is the package you are looking for if you want to use Tailwind. Bronze, does that answer your question? Where is my water? Okay, there. I'm just going to grab my water bottle and come. Cool. Awesome. Let me just hide my camera for a bit. Yep, I'm back. Any questions? Like, you just clone the template, explore the code base, remove what you don't want. You can customize everything, so add icons here. So theme.json, if you go ahead and change the theme, so I'll show you a cool way to generate your own themes. Just go to UIKitten. There is a link to theming, I guess. They have a cool tool to generate themes. Branding. Yeah, this is the one. There is a link somewhere. Let's see if I can find it, and then you'll be able to generate your own themes. This is how I generated basically the theme. How to use, what was it? colors.eva.design. Okay, here Eva colors. So you can select your brand color. So let's change the theme. So I want to use the build with Hussain green color as primary. So let me just jump to Figma and grab the color. So it matches the theme of build with Hussain. So I'll go to website. I will get this green color, which is like green 600. Now install on next launch. Okay, let's copy this and paste it as the primary color. Cut. Okay, and it will generate the swatches for you. Swatches. Success, this is fine, this is fine, warning is fine. So brand color is this. Export it as JSON, right? And let's open this up. JSON file. Where will it open by default? Show in Finder. Okay, it opened it up here. Just copy this, go to your source code, open up theme.json file and replace it. Right, the colors change, the primary color change, right? So this is now more closer to build with Hussain theme. So this is how easy it is to like theme your application. You can also control the text and whatnot, all sorts of configuration. Just check UIKittens. Cool. Now we have the count of registration. So what should be our next? What do we want next? So we want CMS. Let's go to CMS. So I want to get all my upcoming streams. So here I don't have like much control, so I can filter it, but I can filter it by like where the date is greater than today, right? Though that dynamic filter is not yet here, but in mobile app we can build our own. So let's get all the streams that are upcoming and render it as a list. We'll close the Figma file for now. Android emulator, I don't need you now, go back. So yeah, so now we have a DB. Let's do we can do count. Let's do DB dot. So where again? JS SDK. Let's see, get doc list. We can provide the fields and filters. So this is the two thing we are looking for. And let's do limit is 10. That means it will fetch 10 documents starting 5. So we will just fetch upcoming 4 streams, right? We can order by and all sorts of stuff. So let's do db dot get doc list. So what's the doc type? Build with Hussain stream, and I can parse in arguments as a object. So fields will be, what fields do we want? We want the name to use it as a unique key. We want what all fields does it have? Title, stream link, stream date, stream time. Title and stream link is fine for now. Title, stream link. So if you recall, we wrote the same code in our Astro when we were building it, right? So the whole, this same API is being used to get data in this. So you learn JS SDK once, you can write in React Native, Node.js, Astro, whatnot. So pretty cool library. And most probably we will work on, so today I had a chat with Nikhil Kothari. So most probably we'll improve JS SDK to make the file, even the file uploads can work on out of the box in React Native. So where were we? Build with Hussain. Yeah, so this data is also fetched using the same API. Let's go back. We were doing something, we messed up, we didn't. Cool. So stream date and stream time, let's also get those. Stream date, stream time, right? So dot then after it is fetched, just for the sake of checking, let's console log whatever data we get here. Let's open up the console. JSON decode error. There was an error fetching documents. What did we do? Let's check the JS SDK again. Fields dot then, everything looks good. Get doc list. Let's do R. Let's see if it is able to fetch. Yeah, this will create an issue. So I tried this because API secret is node, so it is difficult to fetch existing secret. So you can't fetch existing secret. So that is a limitation right now. So what we can do is like what I've been thinking for a few months, I guess, that we need to change it in the core itself. So in Frappe, there should be provision for multiple API key pairs, key secret pairs, like a child table of them instead of just one API key secret. Then each of them can have a role, for example, mobile. So mobile can like regenerate, but existing will remain. Bliss does that, like, is what the solution we can go ahead with if you have faced the same problem. So what did we do wrong? BWH stream is correct. Let's remove fields and check. Okay, the data is coming. So the problem is with fields. JSON, I'll try something else. Let's try this. Still doesn't work. do I get the fields? Do I do single quotation? Stream date, let's fetch stream date first. Nope, it is not able to handle fields. So where is the issue? Looks good, nothing on our site. Cool, let's see if we have some other API. So what do we do here? Can we do this for now? Fetch all fields instead. Nope, that doesn't work as well. So how do we debug this now? Okay, does this work? So the whole feature depends on this API. So what do you do in this case, right? So you have to manually call the API and get the list. So how do we do that? Yeah, let's see. I will create a issue on Frappe with the proposed solution. Even if I'm not able to pick it, let's see. Okay, 50 total registrations. Awesome. Cool. So now we have to do a workaround, right? So let's get call from use Frappe. So call lets you make API calls directly to the backend. You can do call.get, call.post. So let's do call.get get no, I don't want registration count. You can provide the method URL, and after you have got those, you can render the data. So let's do one thing. Since I need that API, let me create an API that does that using server script. Server script, let's create a new API server script. Let's give it a name, upcoming return get upcoming episodes, which will be API, and the API method, we can call it get upcoming build with Hussain streams. Let's not allow guest, or should we? Because we are all authenticated in the mobile, so that doesn't matter. But let's anybody use this API, right? So what we'll do, Frappe dot, so there is a workaround. If you like stuck with like this, you want more than that, just use call, write your own APIs and call them. So hopefully I will get it fixed somehow. But yeah, so what happens if you get stuck and you want to go ahead? Frappe dot get all. So first I will try this same thing in system console. That's usually how I do it, because like feedback loop is faster in system console than in server script. Frappe dot get all, build with Hussain stream, filters, no, fields equal to what do we want? Let's do stream date, title, stream link. Let's log it. Streams, let's run it. Stream is not defined. Streams. Okay, now streams come, but we just want like upcoming streams. So how do we filter? Filters equal to stream. Now it is visible, right? Are you guys with me? I forgot to ask. No emojis this time. Not a single emoji. Is anybody there with me, or am I just talking to myself right now. Yeah. Okay, fine. Put in emojis until I drink some water. That's cool. Thanks, Salim. Thanks, Kenneth. Yeah, Salim's emoji has like funny emojis. So we want to filter based on stream date, where stream date is greater than, so after. So how do we get today in Frappe? Let's go comment it. So I know there exists a method to get the current date. Yeah, many emojis. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Utility functions. And what I'm looking for is this date. So this will give today's date. Frappe.utils.getDate. In server script also it should work. Frappe.utils.getDate. Let's run it. So this will only return streams that are upcoming, right? Awesome. This is cool. Can we do get time as well? Today now will return the whole thing. That's cool too. Pretty date. Okay, we have all sorts of stuff. There might be some to return time as well, but for now this will work. So let's get stream link title, name, and stream time doesn't matter because it's always 2:30 p.m. Thanks Abhishek. Can you like record a GIF or something? Text is somewhere else, this is somewhere else, so that would be better. Bliss is asking, you are able to type nicely in this editor, but we face issue in Frappe where cursor is somewhere else and text is being typed at other place. Yeah, record a GIF or video, post it to GitHub, we'll have a look. Yeah, let's copy this, go back to the server script, paste it in. So how do we return stuff from server script? Frappe.response. Let's do frappe.response equal to streams. Save it. Now let's call it from our mobile app. API/method name. So this is method name. Let's copy it, go back to our mobile app, call this method and console log the data we get. Hopefully, okay, there is an error. Stream is not defined. Awesome. There is streams, right? Let's reload. Hi Benjamin. Awesome, we are getting the data now. So it's inside the message key and then there is a list. Okay, awesome. So let's create another state variable to store this. Const stream list. Let's do better naming. Upcoming streams, set upcoming streams should be empty list, and once we get the data, const streams equal to data.message, set upcoming streams to streams. Awesome. Now we need to render this streams, right? Render this upcoming streams. So let's render it in a separate card. So I will copy this empty layout which adds some margin, and let's do one thing. Let's just create a simple text first. Upcoming streams. Let's follow what it is saying. Okay. So we are mapping. Let's loop over all the streams. Stream.title, stream.start time, margin layout. Okay, let's see what this does. Awesome. So this was Copilot, guys. I should rename my channel to Build with Copilot and let ChatGPT and Copilot drive the show. I have a question. So Benjamin asks, if I am using Frappe AIs for a Next.js frontend, when I create an API that references a doc type, does the API automatically pick the functionality of the doc type? Functionalities as in? So you may want to use the REST API. So in Next.js, I think Next.js also has a backend component. It isn't like, standalone assets maybe it generates, but if you're calling it from there, so what functionality are you talking about? So these are the upcoming stream, but they are not like sorted. So let's go in the backend and sort them, right? Order. I always miss this, whether it is order by or order underscore by. Why? Stream date descending. Let's see. If we don't get internal server error, that means it was correct. Otherwise, we have to. Yeah. So this is this. Okay. Database query execute. Yeah. Now it is descending. We want ascending. And let's go back. Reload. See, we don't need to deploy an app. Just create a Frappe site, and you have a full backend for. Let's reload. So if it the token expires, it logs the user out, which we will figure out a better solution. And as soon as I'm logged in, so total registrations 50. So let's make it look good. So let's do a text for total registrations and remove it from here. What total? What did I do? I just want to remove this part. Total registrations. Okay, let's add a spacer as well. And now I want the 50 to be big, quite big. Category. Let's see what categories are available. Okay. Is display one of the categories? No. H1. That's good. Even H2 could work, but fine. We can even provide our custom font size. Cool. So we were able to fetch the data, total registration, upcoming streams. We have the user. He can change the profile pic, log out, log in again. Right, this all works. What next? So fetching data is fine. You do get count, or you can do API call as well. So you can write a server script, come here and do whatever you want with that data, right? No app deployment, nothing. What should we do next? You guys suggest. What do you want to see? So what I want now is to be able to create a new stream, right from the mobile app. Off topic, I would like to create a headless e-commerce website, which can then be an Android app. What's the best tool? Donald asks this. Headless e-commerce website. Like, what do you mean by that? So the backend will be Frappe, I guess. Orders and items all will be in Frappe, and then the front end will be a mobile app instead of a web interface. That's what you're talking about, Donald? So website, you can, like if you install ERP, next you get like website item and e-commerce module, right? Then you can use this same APIs if you want to build a mobile app. So you can go a PWA as well. So progressive web app that has like optimized mobile views, something Vue or Ionic, you can use that. That will be better because it will be complex. And if you want like a very native thing that you want to build from scratch, then you can use React Native, which I'm showing right now. So yep, cool. So why do we have a, so why don't it okay, start date time, not start date. Okay, always do, like we can't trust Copilot always. Okay, fine, stream date. And what else we have? Let's beautify this stream date, right? So how can we format date? So let's get a package. So anybody has any suggestions for a date formatting JavaScript library? So Bronze says, how can you easily make PWA and Frappe, by the way? So like it depends what feature you want, but it will be easier than creating a native mobile app, because then the authentication will be same as what cookie based authentication, which will the browser will automatically handle. So that part will become a lot easier. You don't have to do any token based authentication, right? So if you want to check an example, check chainmakers, github.com/chainmakers. So this, we went on a tour to build a mobile app with capacitor. So we had to rewrite it. So if you check, we still have some screenshots of the capacitor app, but it was a PWA first, and now it is also PWA. So go to Frontend directory, and you can see like the PWA, how it is like configured. Cool. Does that answer your question, Bronze? So yeah, nobody suggested a library. Let's do small date formatting, date time format JS. That's such a good library. I like small date time now. Tiny date time format library. Let's see. Tiny date. Let's see, what is this? First time I'm seeing this small date. So you can use this. What we are using is white PWA. Let me just post in the link here. So then you can use Vue or React. So same as like developing a front end, but then enhanced capabilities of PWA with service workers and whatnot. Okay, no. Very less weekly downloads. Might be a new thing. Let's use Day.js. Get started. 2 KB library. That's fine. Let's do Node.js. React Native date formatting. Date functions. Date functions is the one I was looking for. Awesome. So this is a cool library. So introduction, you can install like a particular functions and they are like tree shaked and whatnot. So how do we do this? Yarn add Maybe I will add this to the core template because formatting dates and whatnot. How do we format date? So we need to pass the date that is coming in and then format it, right? If I recall correctly, there was a parse the date. So parse function we can import parse from date functions. Cool. Where were we? Okay, let's parse the date string, then we can do get. We need the formatted one right now. Format. So we parsed it. None of the files exist. We need to reload it. So it died off. I have restarted the server. Make sure bundle is packaged correctly. Okay, date function doesn't work, or what? Maybe parse. This is not the way to import the parse thing. Let's do get started. Expo go fine. There is an issue. Could not get batched bridge. Make sure your bundle is packaged. Yeah. So we'll export. So this is not that straightforward. So you need to have an Expo account. So it's straightforward, but it doesn't happen on your own machine. So it queues the build. It will give you a bundle which you can then submit to Play Store or App Store. So I'll show it to you before the end of the stream as well. APK as well as like a bundle. Let's reopen it. Won't work. Date functions don't work. So let them go. Let's remove the. Maybe we are doing something else is wrong. Let's see. Let's stop the whole server. Restart it. Okay, it's back. But why didn't it work? It should work, right? Because browser and Node.js. Okay. Formatting date. Moment, people have used moment. Recommend use, you have to import the whole package to use any of it. People are using format. Why isn't it working for us? Let's use Day.js. It could work, but like, because we are in a live stream and I don't want to dig deeper into that, so I will just use Day.js. So import Day.js from Day.js. Let's import and run it. Let's see, like, if the import breaks, then what can we do? No, it didn't. Cool. So let's do one thing. What I will do is I will do Day.js dot give it this date dot format. Awesome, this is the API, and let's see how we can format it to beautiful date. Format. Cool. So you can use this. So what I want is, like, Wednesday will be Wednesday, that's fine. So I want the month triple M, MMM. Okay, July, June, that's good. Day of the month, which will be DD, July, and then the year, which will be 4Ys. Why? Save. Awesome, we have a formatted date, and let's add some space between these two. 3 is fine. 2. That's better. What we can do is we can change the color of this text to make it even darker. Category H7. There is H7, there is no H7. So how do you find out? Like, just go to UI Kittens again and find out what all text options we have. Components, text. Okay, there are like P1, P2, S1, S2, subtitles. So S1 is what we will use. Category S1. Okay, looks cool. Cool. Now we have this. What we were going to do next. So we are like at 4, so 2:30, 3:30, and then 4. Okay, we have like 30 minutes still. Like, we have done a 1-hour session as well, but let's add a button and create a new stream. I use this way to format dates. Field date format. So where this capital date format comes from? Okay, so you get the formatted date from the database itself. Yeah, that's one way. But what if the front end folk decide that, okay, now I don't want like July, I want July full, then that could be a problem. So give them raw data. That's what my opinion is. Let the front end folk decide or let them format it as they want. In such cases, it's good to return like the field in raw format and then let them format it. right? Cool. Label. Label. Category label. So we can. That's fine. I'm not going to now waste much time on UI. But after this is done, let's add a button and perform create operation. Right? Button create new. No, let's do add stream. Looks cool, the green color actually. And on the press of this, I want to, what do I want to do? Handle add stream. No, handle add stream button press. Okay, let's create a function here. Const, this is a function. For now I'll do console.log to check if it works. Add stream button pressed. Let's click the button. Type error. Awesome. What are we doing? Just one should work, I guess. Yeah, this will work. Okay, add stream button pressed, and now we handle it. So what I'm thinking is like open a modal, in that show a form. How do we handle external links, like to YouTube? External links in this. Oh yeah, we have a stream link, right? Let's add it. Let's see if we have some link component here that we can use. Link React Native. No, not linking. External link. Open links in browser. There is a web view. Expo. Thinking. Okay. Linking.open URL. URL is the mode launch native and web browsers have additional functionality. This you can use this packet to get universal element. We don't want that. Let's open linking. Import it. And since we are getting the stream link right from the server script, stream link, we'll add a button or simple ghost button just below the date. Button open stream link. Okay, we don't want a primary button. Appearance ghost. That's awesome. So on press, again weird stuff happening. On press we want to run some code, right? So linking.open URL. Cool. Let's see if this works. So stream link. Cool. Does that answer your question, Bronze? So Expo is cool. So if you use bare React Native, it might be like much harder to get this stuff working, but they have like packages for every core stuff, and the APIs work like really well. So this is how soon we will able to like click on stream link and it opens on, first it tries to open on the browser. Awesome. Cool. That's awesome. Now let's handle add stream. So we want a modal to be open. So where do I go for UI components? UI getter. Let's get a modal. So what I am thinking is, instead of doing create, that would be easy because then you just need to use this JS SDK. What would be cool is to fetch download attachments in here, right? So what do you guys want to see? Whether I should do a create using a form or do a, what do you say, file attachment first? We will do a very simple example. File attach, cool. So upload example is here. You can check. Upload is like thing. Model also sounds good. Okay, let's try to do both. I'll increase the speed a little bit, not much, a little bit. And what we'll do is, so we need to download, right? So first let's get the links from Frappe instance. So let's do this. Let's do a simple example. So let's attach some files first, so we know. We'll attach an image. Let's mark it private so we can see how like private images also work. Let's do another one. So let's do Frappe logo. Let's mark it public. Now I want to fetch these attachments in my mobile app, and let's add a PDF as well. So images is fine, but we need a PDF. Do I have a PDF file? Okay, 31 megabytes. This is a college file, college report file. Preliminary report. Again, the only PDFs I have is invoice. Let's see if Google gives us some invoice PDF sample. Okay, didn't open it up in Google. Google.com. Google PDF invoice, free invoice template. Download PDF. Okay, let's download it. Save as. Save it in desktop. Close it. Go to attach. Again, let's attach the invoice. Because images are easy. As you can see, I have like one sample here. But let's see how easy is fetching this attachments. Let's fetch the links first and then we'll see, because each one is a link. Cool. Where do we go? Let's go in the home screen. Or should we do it in the user screen? So let's do it in the user screen. Oh no, I closed the iOS simulator. Let's open it up again. iPhone 14 Plus is fine. let it boot. Till then I will fetch this 3. So either I can fetch this attachment. So there is an API to fetch attachments like for a given doc type, which you can use. Let's fetch attachments. So how do I do that? I will go to Frappe bench 0. I will find out which the API call name. So I don't have to write my own API, right? Get attachments. This is not that. This is not that. Document got attached. So for now, I know that this API has a bug, get attached images. So it returns everything. So for now, I'm going to use this because we are like lack of time. But as you can see, we can fetch the file. Okay, let's do this right in there, right? But we won't be able to do fields because fields aren't working. So let's do this. Frappe.core.api.file. Okay, let's go here in the home screen to I. So it starts running it in the simulator. Cool. So I'll go to detail screen instead, and here also have DB. Let's log in. I have to re-log in because this is a new device. Worked. Let's go to user. So what I will do is here I'll do use effect. I will do call. So this is how you can call like Frappe internal APIs. Call frappe.core.api.file. api.file. Get attached images. Then data console.log data. This time we have to pass something to the call.post, and let's check the documentation again. Frappe.js SDK call.post. Okay, here is call dot post, and we can pass in some params here. So what all does it need? The doc type and the names. So doc type is to do, names is, again we might face the issue of the list not getting properly passed. Names will be this to do, so we want the attachments of this. So this API can be used to fetch multiple, what do you say? Yeah, here list works somehow. Cool. So yeah, this gives us 3 files. So these are like the URLs of the files, and now this URLs we can use to download the documents. Const attachments, set attachments, empty string, set attachments, data dot message. No. So this is like attachments, message, and then this. For this particular, what do you say, to do, we want this, so this 3 we are getting it. Now what I will do is, any questions till now? I'm just calling another API from Frappe, and now we will render buttons for each of them. Let's do this above everything else. Attachments dot map. We don't want to do image. Let's do text. Let's do button, and attachment dot attachment. So this will be link or URL. Let's call it file URL. What? File URL. File URL. Let's see how fast we can build it. No, even I am new. Like, I'm used to Vue.js syntax, so this stuff is Copilot messes up things. Awesome. Now let's do on press. Appearance will be ghost. Appearance is ghost. On press. Let's remove on press for now. Cool. So now when we click it, it should download that attachment, right? So Expo has this package, Expo file, okay, file system. So this can fetch network resources as well. I haven't used this till now, so this is going to be live. Let's see. Let's hope we don't hit any major blockers. Command V, export to the file system. Any external configuration we need to do? Nope. We just need to create a download. Let's check download async. So first need to create an instance of download resumable. Okay, let's do that here. On press, what we'll do is we'll pass in the file URL, and what we'll do is we will call a function called download attachment with this file URL. I'm going to define that function here, const download attachment file URL. Okay, I don't want to so let's do this. I will do what Expo documentation says. So let's download resumable, right? How do I create an instance of it? File system dot create download resumable. File system, does it import automatically? Import star as file system. Cool. File system dot, just give me a minute, I'll be back. Cool, I'm back. So yeah, can you hear me? So I had muted myself. Okay, download resumable. Create download resumable. Create download resumable. And I give it the URI. So this is the relative URL, right? So how do I form the full URL of the Frappe site? So if you recall, we set the base URI here. Now let's just use the base URI. So I will do base URI $sign base URI. It will auto import it from constants. Then the file URL. This will get us a download resumable. I can save it somewhere. I don't know if it is required or not. Should it? Okay, it is required. So let's save it. Document directory. Awesome. Okay. So Copilot helped here. Let's see what it did. So create your download resumable we passed in. We are getting the name from the URL itself. So Frappe framework .png saves it as is. Options are empty. We are logging the progress and then we call download async. Will this work? So we can pass a callback, which we are passing. And what this callback does, so it just shows the progress. Const URI equal to download async. Okay. Dot then URI. So we'll log the URI. Okay, let's try this. Let's try public file first. Which one was the public one? Property 1 equal to this is a public file. Okay, I will give you key. So in React, you have to give a unique key to every list item when you do a loop. So let's do file URL will be unique. Happy? Yeah, let's click on this. So unhandled promise rejection. Something went wrong. Hi Adis. Sinthayu from Ethiopia. Welcome to the stream. So it doesn't work that way. Let's not trust Copilot and do it ourselves. I will do download resumable. Let's not do this. Const download resumable equal to this. Now let's do this. Let's reload. File URL is not empty, I hope so. Let's go to user property 1.png. Still not working. What's the error? Not very helpful. And it's not even coming from here. download attachment. Nope. Ha. Let's see if that was the issue. If that was, then yeah, now it's some other error. Make sure directory null exists. Ha. It's trying to save to some weird directory. File system dot document directory. Doesn't exist. Let's save it to a hard-coded string, hello.png. Let's click again. Unsupported. It splits at this and fetches this part of the stuff. Weird. Let's see some examples. Let's console log this. Console.log. Now this is a debugging session. Build session is over. Cool. Let's go to user and see. So HTTPS this. So are we able to open it up in the browser? Yeah, we are. So it should work. And what is this? Let's console log that as well. So whatever Copilot is generating now, not always cool. It generated this weird file sequence. Directory does not. This is part of build. Not everything goes smooth always. Does not exist. Expo iOS. Looks like I have to the fixes import output directory. Okay, someone faced the same issue and like Stack Overflow to the rescue. Ha. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't like prepare everything in advance. Then you don't get to see what struggles we go through. That's fine. So So I will add this as well to the template so nobody has to struggle again with like at least the base stuff. So let's create an output directory. Output directory will be this. So I'll move this here. Output directory is this. Output dir. Replace this. Okay, that looks good. Whatever this guy says looks correct. Directory info, we get the output directory, we do this. Let's reload the app. File isn't readable. Wow. Huh. Let's try some other file. PDF. Finish downloading to this. Okay, let's go to our files and check. PDF it downloaded, image it can't handle. Let's see. The data will not show up here as far as I know. So let's try to open a file directly. Open PDF Expo React Native. You can always open phone browser by using React Native linking API. Awesome. Linking Expo. From your app. Let's open the URI we get. So we got the URI right. Linking. We want Expo linking. So this is how I import it. Mess we have created, right? Linking dot open URL. Let's go back to the app. I don't think we'll have time for the model because there is an example as well. Okay. Possible unhandled promise rejection. Unable to open PDF. So we are already past 4:30. What should we do? Should we? Because this might be some configuration issue somewhere, but let's do one thing. Let's try this instead of doing that. So this will work for sure. So directly opening the browser should work because we are logged in the browser as well due to OAuth. So that's the benefit. So instead of doing anything else, let's do reload this. Episode 8B. Let's see. Yeah, you have forbidden. PDF forbidden. Only public files will be visible now. Yep. You're not logged in directly in here. Fine. Cool. What we can do is I can figure it out. Version 8.1. And we can have a bonus episode. Either a bonus episode or I will incorporate the docs in the template itself. But let me show you how to generate the APK and then bye-bye. Yes. right? What you can do is, so you have to install the EAS CLI. So they have EAS Expo application services. So there it is, cloud services, but it is free. So you just need to run this global EAS CLI. I have already installed the CLI and run EAS login. You should be able to log in with your Expo account. And once that is done, just run this EAS build Android. I will hit enter. Yes. So it will upload your project to the cloud, their build, and now the build will be queued. So you can click here and view the progress of the build. As you can see, it is queued because free tier you have to wait for the build, but it's not that much wait time. So you can build. So it is building for Android Play Store, right? This will give you a bundle. Just go and upload in the Play Store. That's that. Like, that's easy to output the build. Just make sure you change the redirect URI in your Frappe app after you have deployed, basically, to production, or you can have two OAuth clients. So this URL will be changed to your linking URL. Again, I will document it in the template. Any general questions other than like specific, because now you know how to deploy as well. So now, as you can see, it will start and it will download the build here, like whatever was output, and then you can push it to Play Store. I will get the attachments working. I will push it to Doppio mobile repository. I will also get the opening of PDF sample working, and I will let you know. That's that. Let's go back. So how was it? Did you guys learn something new? So if you are like very new to React Native, you would have like found it not easy to catch up. But go ahead, learn some React Native if you want to really build mobile apps, or if just for experiment, weekend fun, right? Clone the template, try it out, hack stuff. Awesome. I will end the stream in a minute. So if you have something. Yeah. So after 1 hour, you got confused. Yeah. So rewatch it. Like, the best way is to build yourself, right? Clone the template, start the emulator, get building. Even if you don't because low RAM devices don't hang after you run an emulator or something. So Expo is a cool Expo Go app that you can download in your iOS or Android mobile phone. Scan the QR and it will run. Any feature video in React Native, it depends. So we'll see if we can do a bonus episode, because I have a call, a session tomorrow, and I might not be able to find time, but let's see. Yeah, it's a new area. So I will also document stuff about API keys and requests. Let's see. Yeah, Decode. I think Decode is let's go to his channel and see. Yeah, so 2000 subscribers, awesome. So he has 108 videos on ERP Next and Frappe. Do check out. Yeah, Soham. So you can. But I don't know. We had a Flutter app. I personally like React Native. That's why the template is in React Native. But you can use Flutter too. But then you have to learn another language, Dart, right? In case of React Native, you use JavaScript. More closer to what we are used to in web development world. Cool then. I'll see you guys next week or before that if we do end up having a bonus session. In that case, I will half an hour or 45 minutes before I'll post it on Twitter and LinkedIn and we can start. Take care, Salim, you as well. Bye, Kenneth. Awesome. Goodbye, guys. Hope you found this session useful. We'll be back. Do hit the subscribe button. Do share it with your friends and ask them to subscribe as well if they find it useful. Bye, Sandeep. Bye, Bronze. See you.